Hello and welcome to episode number 9 of TEW 2016. This one's going to be 205 Live, and this is the final show to book before we get to our first kind of pay-per-view, in that being the Greatest Royal Rumble. Without any further ado, let's get on with the show. We start with Drake Maverick in the ring, and he's obviously there with a couple of officials, and he calls Buddy Murphy out to the ring. As advertised last week, he's going to have a weigh in to see if he can make the cut for 205 Live. And he'd come out and they're going to present it all in the ring, like as his official weigh in. And he would obviously make the cut for 205 Live. I'm not going to do all of this to just not put him on the show, so obviously I would have it so he gets under. And then Tony Nese would come out and he'd be like, look at this guy, he thinks he's like this super ripped, muscly premier athlete. There's only one premier athlete on 205 Live, and that's me, the premier athlete, Tony Nese. And Buddy Murphy's like, oh, okay, I see a perfect chance to beat you as my first opponent here on 205 Live. They have the match. Buddy Murphy beats him in a fairly decently length match, 8 minutes. Just a quick Buddy Murphy to get a win, so he's now officially here on 205 Live. TJP's epic giveaway is announced, and he's going to give away a dozen TJP goodies to the biggest TJP fan in the world, and you can send him videos or tweets or Instagrams of you doing whatever he wants you to do. And if you're the biggest TJP fan in the world, he's going to come to 205 Live in person next week and announce the winner of these dozens of TJP goodies that he's got to give away. Just a quick tag team match. Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher losing to Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa. I haven't really used the two Japanese guys, that is. And they're obviously two of the best workers on the show. So I do want to give them a presence and keep them around. And give them a bit of momentum, just winning. And they're both the ones that are improving. What's the gimmick change? Better than Paul. We have a backstage segment. Grand Metalik and Kalisto are together with Dasha. Dasha is interviewing Grand Metalik, but Kalisto is there as his translator again, like what she did to Lindsay Dorado when she interviewed him last week. And she'd ask him the questions, and Kalisto would be there to translate for him. And he basically just say, Lindsay Dorado, he was, out of the kindness of his and Kalisto's heart, they invited him into the Lucha House Party because Lindsay Dorado is not even of Mexican heritage, and he shouldn't even be considered a luchador. And now the current acts that he's been doing have disgraced the lucha tradition, and he's going to make Lindsay Dorado pay for insulting his livelihood. No, just a quick match. Mustafa Ali getting another win because he's been losing a lot as well. He lost to Noam Dar, he lost in the 6-way. So he beats Arya Daivari in 5 minutes here just to give him, again, like Hideo and Akira, just a bit of momentum. Main event segment is a contract signing for the Cruiserweight title match. Cedric Alexander, Noam Dar at the Greatest Royal Rumble this Saturday. Just a standard contract signing. He'd called both champion and challenger out. Obviously, Alicia Fox would come out with Noam Dar, and they both signed the contract. And Noam Dar would hit him with a cheap shot and give him the Shining Wizard, I think it is, he does, and then pose with the Cruiserweight title to end the show. As we end our final show before the Greatest Royal Rumble, and so obviously I think there will be a match card video coming out for that one. Just a quick rundown of the match card anyway. It'll be obviously the 50-man Royal Rumble. They've got Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns steel cage match for the Universal title. Styles and Nakamura WWE title match. Got The Miz versus Seth Rollins for the IC title. Jinder versus Jeff Hardy for the US title. The Deleted of Worlds versus The Bar for the Raw tag team titles. The Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos for the SmackDown tag team titles. We've got Cedric versus Noam Dar for the Cruiserweight title. The Undertaker versus Elias in a casket match, and John Cena versus Triple H. And that is the Greatest Royal Rumble show, and that will be the next show that we book. I'll see you guys then.